Hi, Brooke. Hey, Uncle Buck. What's this title? It's the 10th anniversary of when comic book writer Ryan North got stuck in a hole. 10 years ago today. Sounds like it could be fun. So, yes, like I said, comic book writer. Um, Probably most famous for dinosaur comics, which is like a very well known comic book. He also did Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. He's currently doing Fantastic Four. Um, he's done some prose writing as well. To be, uh, I think it was To Be or Not to Be. It was like a Romeo and Juliet, pick your own adventure book. Hey Vanna, interrupted your evolution video. Sorry. Hey Buttercup. He did like this Romeo and Juliet, choose your own adventure book. Uh, he wrote a book about how to take over the world. Um, Also one about how to invent everything in case you get stranded in the past. He's very funny. He's a very funny writer. Lots of comedy. So 10 years ago, he was walking his dog and came across this skate park. Uh, and he went down and he went down into sort of the yeah, just the skating section of it. Um, and there wasn't actually like there were no actual because it's for skating, so there's no stairs or anything like that ramp. Well, like the whole like it's I mean it's the whole thing. Yeah, it's like then you go down and like the whole thing is sort of more of a bowl. It's more of a bowl because like the whole thing is sort of below ground. So he went down with his dog. Uh, his dog's name, by the way, was Noam Chomsky. It's important to note that his dog was named Noam Chomsky. So he went down, um, and he realized that I like it had just rained. It had rained not too long ago, so like it was still kind of wet. It was like sort of hard to get traction, and he realized he couldn't get out while like he didn't have a way of getting both himself and his dog out. So he went on Twitter and talked about the dilemma he was in. And all his followers started offering advice on how he could get out. Yeah, they were offering tips and suggestions and everything. And yeah, he was trying them, and none of them were actually working. I mean, he wasn't going to call 911 for being stuck in a fucking skate park. Like, he wasn't going to call 911 for that. Had it gone on long enough, he might have. Like, I suppose, like, if it had gone long enough, that he might have eventually had to. He did eventually manage to get out, both himself and his and Noam Chomsky. Hey, Rebecca. When he got home, he found out that The Guardian had written about it on their website. The newspaper, The Guardian, they posted about it on their website. The Guardian being a UK-based newspaper. So, as Ryan North put it, he messed up walking his dog so badly it made international news. Enjoy, Vanna. How many seconds do we beat? On average, somewhere around 20. Give or take. Or it was like anywhere from like 15 to 30 or something like that. No. Noam, like Noam. No, Noam spelled Noam. And Chomsky, Chompsky. Named in honor of Noam Chomsky. It was like a very smart guy, linguist and activist. So yeah, he made a name for himself in, of all things, linguistics, but also got heavily involved into political activism and social criticism. But yeah, the time Ryan North got stuck in a hole is just on comic book Twitter. It's a very famous thing. Hey, Gabrielle. Among comic book fans, they're like, on comic book social media, Ryan North getting stuck in a hole is fondly remembered. If you can't beat them, join them. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a joiner myself. Life with Jazzy Max new videos, where I'm going with this. Hey, Fernanda. Remote work, but for people you've boycotted. What, like I should do remote work for people I've boycotted? Bring them down from the inside? That could work. Can't beat them doing those $600 a month. I mean, $6,200 a month. I might give up. Yeah, I might be willing to give up some principals for $600 a month, or 62, or $6,200 a month. You want a little over $74,000 a year. If anyone wants to give me $74,000 a year, I'd be totally okay with that. Welcome back, Vanna. On the 22nd. I mean, she also had to get to the bathroom, though. We don't know how far the bathroom is from her. We don't know how far a walk it is for her to get to the bathroom. I was washing the dish from dinner and had to wait on someone else in the bathroom. Well, there you go. Had to wait on somebody else. May have been a queue. Yeah, Gabrielle got it right. There was a queue. Hey, boyfriend. Zelensky suit. I pay no attention to the news. I have his election. Yep. I had kind of forgotten. I'll need to check later to see. I really, really want him to lose, but I suspect that he will probably end up winning. I hate to admit it, but I do I do fully expect him to win. Even though him losing would be the funniest thing ever to happen in Canadian politics. I'm going to go ahead and guess that person is. It was my feed reminded me, Uncle Buck. He was talking about it on Blue Sky. Ryan North mentioned it on Blue Sky. And I figured, yeah. I know. Related to Bjorn. I would think not. Uh, I doubt. I'm pretty sure that Ryan North is probably not related to Peter North or Oliver North. He also should not be confused with famous air hijacker D.B. Cooper. He has been very clear that he is not famous skyjacker D.B. Cooper. He's a comic book writer. Ryan North is a Canadian comic book writer. Peter North is Canadian too, so they're probably brothers. I'm pretty sure they're not. But yeah, what's happening in the election? Yeah. Yes, I did block the account pretty much immediately. Buttercup, yeah. I was checking to see if there's any results yet from the election, but I forgot that Alberta's 2 hours behind, so it'll be a while yet. What do they say? Nothing important. Messman typing. There's some crap about exploiting a kid or something like that. I don't even remember. I assume people are accusing Chantal of having done something wrong, says because she's incapable of doing anything right to them. Sure, did I? So did I. And yes, I do indeed keep it classy. Jokes about banging moms are classy, right? Keeps it assy. Yep. All that junk in his trunk. Data from a previous relationship. Couldn't tell you. So, I know nothing. I do not keep any. I do not keep up to date on that shit. So. I know I should, but I haven't had a COVID booster in like 3 years. I should, is just I never bother. But I also never leave the house. Ever get a COVID vaccine? Oh, I am absolutely pro-vaccine. I do actually mask up in the store. That said, the mask I'm using isn't like a proper mask. It's not a pro. It is just a cloth mask that I'm using that I use in the store. So it's not even one of the proper N95s that are supposed to be used. But yeah, I'm absolutely pro-vaccine. Why would I not be? See mask? It's in my bedroom still. Hey, Danger Otter, don't need a mask anymore. So, you're just +5 defense against infection. No, this is my office. My mask is like 15 feet away. Wish we had smog so masking would be more socially acceptable. Be a rebel. Don't like to walk exactly. I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. Why would I get up if I don't have to? Like, no. Only your mom. Would I smash or pass Spidey Lex? I don't know who Spidey Lex is. Is it like a bald version of Spider-Man? Come to the table so welfare doesn't collect taxes. Hate that I am going to need to do that I am going to need to actually file my income taxes. Oh, by the way, I probably won't be on Friday. This Friday. I have an appointment again down at the job zone. I have a 1:30 appointment at the job zone. I don't think they actually sent the email. Why is this the first time hearing about the job zone? Yeah, I do need to as part of my welfare thing. Need to go down there for an appointment to, if nothing else, to review my resume. See if they can help improve my resume. Katie's doing for appointment at 7:30. Because I'm probably gonna be super fucking tired that day. I expect to just be way too busy to stream. If you got accepted for a job, it's when you absolutely don't want. Well, no, because like the thing is, I'm still on a night schedule. I usually go to bed at like 9 in the morning. Get up at like 6:30. Been getting up at like 6:30 in the evening. But yeah, I mean it's totally right in the middle of my when I'm usually in bed. Hi, Jenna. Like basically, imagine you had to get up for something for 1:30 in the morning. Like imagine you have a normal schedule and you have to get up for some reason at 1:30 in the morning to do something. You're probably going to be pretty tired the next day, right? You're probably going to be like, man, I'm going to sleep in. I'm gonna, when you get home, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna sleep in a little bit later than I'm gonna sleep in later than I normally do. That's 6 months. I mean, 8 months. And I mean, I've kind of tried to fix it, but it also just kind of keeps getting worse. How many eggs does it take to make it in show business? How many eggs does it take to make it in show business, Jenna? How many eggs? I'm already dreading whatever the punchline's going to be. Oh, you're asking me? Pressure would probably improve a lot if you got sunshine. Probably. A few rotten ones. Or 100 FPS, and it works so well. I'm not entirely sure if it really would. Like I said, I'm naturally a night person. Not one bit of a tan or burn. I thought it was disgusting and thick. Yeah, absolutely. What they're demanding is to be paid for the hours they work. Because right now, they're only paid for the time that the plane is in the air. Like right now, Air Canada only pays flight attendants for the time that the plane is in the air. The thing is, those are that is not the only those are not the only times that the flight attendants are working. They are having to put in unpaid labor. Air Canada should be fucking ashamed of themselves for that. It should not be legal what they are doing. They should be no 30 plus an hour in play. I don't know what I don't know what their wages are. But I do know that while the plane is on the ground, like while they're helping the customers with the boarding and shit, they're not getting paid. It's straight up wage theft what Air Canada does. It's just full on fucking wage theft. It's telling them you have to work for free for these for before and after the plane takes off and lands. Before it takes off and after it lands. You have to do some free labor. You have to do some free work for a while. Okay. There can't be any airline that does that. Honestly, I would guess probably not, but I don't know. Um, any airline that does do it, should frankly be sued. I read your suggestion, biotic soda or prebiotic soda or probiotic or whatever. Punch in our dark system. Yeah, basically. What time do you need to like? What time do they like? What time are they expected at the airport for? That's when they start getting paid. And it's kind of a lot of places do sort of like I would say that maybe hey Truth Fairy that maybe most employers sort of expect you to do kind of expect you to be doing unpaid labor. Like the like working in customer service. The expectation is that you will be logged in, ready to take a call. Sort of the second your shift is scheduled to start. Like if you're scheduled to start at 9 a.m., the expectation is as soon as 9 a.m. hits, you hit ready. Which means that the time for which means time spent logging in, time spent reading emails, catching up on any alerts, anything like that. Being neighborly yesterday got me my Amazon jungle of a side yard and the hole where the raccoons were coming in fixed. Nice. Like that always bugs me. Like getting logged into the system, that's part of the job. Reading the emails, that's part of the job. If you expect us there, if you expect us there 10 minutes before the shift starts, pay me for those 10 minutes. If you expect me there 5 minutes before the shift starts, pay me for those 5 fucking minutes. So yeah, it's definitely something that annoys me. like the 7-Eleven guy. Such a cool, enthusiastic worker, and 7-Eleven fired him. I am unfamiliar with the 7-Eleven guy. Wasn't he exposing people stealing? In which case, fuck that dude. General rule of thumb. If you see someone shoplifting, no, you didn't. Markton vlogged his shit at 7-Eleven. He left his job. Started on about 19,000 subs. Nick picked everything. His next vlog went viral up to 200 subs. All right, for that one, I mean, it's kind of tough. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be vlogging on company time unless you get permission. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you talk to your manager and be like, hey, so can I do this? And then I should probably be passed up the line, maybe someone from the social media team reaches out to work with it to make sure that you're not doing anything that's going to reflect poorly on the company, blah, blah, blah. Boss stole my tips whenever the drawer was short, but couldn't tell me if it was my fault or not. Yeah, employers suck. Stormy bad. Hey, Carm. But yeah, wage theft is a huge deal. Employers steal from their employees far more than employees steal from employers. Yeah. Next manager just gave me money for nothing. Well, that's good. Get to look forward to water coming in through the can lights again. I've got the pots in place. Yeah, flooding is always a pain in the ass. My mom's old house, very occasional flooding whenever it rained, especially hard. Or especially heavy. Gonna have to be nice to the neighbor again, see if he can patch that side of the house. Be nice to him, huh? Lights that are shaped like cans. Well, that makes sense. I like the rain, but I don't want a rainforest cafe experience inside my home. Fair. Hey, Pa. I like younger and older, but he's a bit too young. Fair enough, I suppose. So I've started watching somebody do a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 2. Because, like, I actually did play the original Assassin's Creed. But I didn't remember very well, so I watched somebody do a Let's Play of that game and just watching them play through the whole series. Because it's not like I'm ever going to play them. You know? Significantly more gray in the beard since I last remembered. I don't think I've gotten more gray. I think it's just that I'm just very gray in the beard. My beard is just very, very gray. Natal spread, yep. I get my iPad and TV last night when I came back from the bathroom. I was playing Date Everything and he started over because I didn't like his relationship with Voltman. That's funny. To be fair, to be fair, uh, I'm tempted to restart because I'm disappointed where my relationship with Jeremy went. Yeah, like I'm kind of tempted to restart just to get love relationship with Jeremy. Went straight to Benoit. I mean, straight to Benoit feels inaccurate. This guy's gay and hilarious. Yeah, I'm holding off. I'm not watching anyone else play Date Everything because I don't want to be. Yeah, I want to avoid spoilers sort of as much as possible for sort of any jokes. Like I don't want to spoil jokes. Yeah, how to like how do you romance this character? Sure, I'll find. I'm fine with being spoiled on that. Tips and things, but for you know, for dialogue, I don't want to be spoiled. It's Ian Wilson. I did watch a little bit of Wellens's episode of it. Till he wasn't part of the game because he said he started over. I did watch like she did to like one episode of it, just so the start of it, start of the game. Has she done more of it, or has she only done the first? Is it still only the? Yep. Yeah, she did a first look of it. His drawers didn't glitch. I was curious to see sort of like how she'd react to some of the datables, to some of the early datables. One thing that surprised me actually with Wellens's first look, and maybe it is just because it was like because she wasn't decided on whether she'd like do a full run because she's playing a couple other games. She always has a few games on the go, so maybe it's just because she's not doing like a full run right now. But I was surprised that she wasn't like. Normally, she's very, very, very thorough with reading lore, but this one she wasn't really reading the descriptions of the datables. I was surprised about that. Normally, she's very thorough about that. And I'm going to get more water. Be back in a moment. Ask until she. Yeah, we're doing Legends now. There was one occasion where I did read to her, sort of read to her. Dan and Phil played their big YouTubers only episode 5 episodes. So I knew about Trapdorian. My daughter's fan of them. I think I have 6 Dorians left. I've still got 1 downstairs Dorian. Laundry room closet. And then I believe there's 5 upstairs. I think. Bedroom, 2 bathroom. The hall closet. Oh, and the gym. Dorian. No, I did back Dorian. I've seen back Dorian. I've only got 1 Dorian downstairs left. The one in the laundry room. The laundry room closet. And then there's 5 upstairs. Depending on whether closet doors count. And like whether that's like separate Dorians or 1 Dorian or what. So closet I don't know if closet, I'll have to try the closet. Anyway, there was one occasion where I read to Chantel. You will know that she very briefly attended college, right? She was in an English program. She dropped out pretty quickly. But while she was up there, I did go out to visit her once. Hey, Killface. And there was, I think it might have been a collection of Lovecraft stories. I read one of those to her, I think. I believe. Like she was laying in bed and I think sort of I think we were joking about reading her a bedtime story, and I think it was a Lovecraft story. Like that, I'm pretty sure that's the only time I ever read to her. Anyway, Killface, we also missed you because we didn't romance Koa yet. Yeah, we can't continue with Koa when you're not there. When you're gone, Koa's just left completely alone. One of these nights, you're not going to be there. I'm going to be like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to finish him off. One of these nights, one of these weeks, you're not going to be there, and I'm going to be like, you know what? Koa's friend shaped. No, I'll just be like, Koa is friend shaped. You know who else is friend shaped? Your mom. Bay shaped in your world. JD Vance Koa. So I'm definitely going to. I think Ronaldini. I'm gonna go friend. Um, Jerry gonna go friend. Doug, I will probably go the friend route. Make an enemy. I already did. Stella. The stairs are my enemy. Which, now that I think on it, that tracks. Stairs are my enemy. Yeah. Yeah, that's you know what? That is accurate. That is actually completely accurate. You don't like the duck? I do actually have to be careful when it comes to enemies. You know, there's the 5 specs points: smart, poise, uh, empathy, charm, sass. Each of the objects is associated with one of each object is associated with one of those stats. And there is a way when you get an enemy, or when you get when you get a dateable at enemy status, there is a way to sort of reset it so that you can make so you can at least become friends with them. But you can only do it once for each stat. If only there was a snow ice character. So like one smart associated character can go from enemy to friend. One poise related character, one empathy related character. So we'll need to be careful about that. But also I don't really want to make any characters enemies. I don't like making characters my enemy. Because usually it requires being mean to them. Percept? Don't think so. No, it's like whenever you complete a character from a specific stat. So, so the characters who are associated with stats, whenever I get them either to enemy, friend, or love status, the characters date each other. Some of them do. Florence and Celia are dating each other. Harper and Dirk, I think, are. I think I saw something where you can sort of shift their relationship. I think you can sort of have them go either direction. And yeah, to get the tennis racket, you actually have to realize. You have to realize 10 characters. So you have to actualize them, make them real. Wash and dry. Exes. I'm not sure if you can reunite them, have them date or not. Yeah, the anime figurine. You need to realize 10, and that's going to take a long time. Right now, I can realize one character. And that character appears completely at random. 88 endings? Really? Wow. So yeah, I need to keep pushing up my stats. Basically, you just need to do a lot of characters. You need to get to the endings, or not the endings, but you need to. Last character. I did. I realized I never actually did talk to the air fryer. I'm pretty sure it actually is the air fryer. For some reason, I thought I had talked to it, but I don't think I did. So yeah, this Thursday we'll do the air fryer. We'll continue with Sophia, so that we can get to the lovely lady inside her. We'll continue talking to the various Dorians. We'll the IRS one was scary. Yeah, Sophia. Sexy role play. We may or may not finish up Koa, depending on whether Killface can actually be bothered to show up. Mitchell character. Yeah, he wrote a love letter to Dorian. Stared so deep into your eyes, it was beautiful. You ever catch a fruit fly, just like grab a fruit fly out of the air? Feels so goddamn boss, doesn't it? It's like, I am the greatest. I am so damn cool and fast. Anyway, I might continue Maggie next time as well. Ninja like reflex, exactly. No. Maybe I'll finish off Lyric. Not one of my favorites, but as good a reason as any to finish him off, actually. You'll have some special, have some of the good ones to save for late game. So I might focus on some of the ones that are yeah, they're okay. Do sort of a mix of ooh, I like this one, and yeah, I don't really like this one. Do a mix of those ones. Sort of mix it up. That way we're not hitting a point where it's just doing a whole bunch of we're like laking, where it's just like these are the ones that I don't really care that much about. That way we're not doing just all the ones I don't really care about later on. I'll try to finishing the mech characters. Yeah, I'll try to do like a blend of the yay and meh. Like I really like the toaster. So maybe hold off on continuing with the toaster. Just that we've got something to look forward to. All right, finishing meth. Sadly, we can't date meth in this game. Ugh, should probably get back to fucking Johnny Splash, shouldn't I? None of us likes Johnny Splash. So I should probably try to get him out of the way quickly. There's a junkie drawer. Who I am going to be make a friend. I am not going to romance my junk drawer. Because he's just not cute enough. He's just not a good looking guy. He's not a he's not a bad looking guy. Really? But he's not attractive enough to make up for his personality. Male version of Penelope. He kind of is. Like he kind of is, but Penelope was. Maybe it's just because I like women. So Penelope's awkwardness sort of charmed me. Yeah, I liked Penelope. But Jerry, I don't know. Jerry is not. He's not attractive enough to make up for his personality. And his personality is not attractive enough to make up for his appearance. He's very just like, he's vaguely annoying. I find him vaguely annoying. Anyway, Penelope's not promiscuous. Not like she was hooking up with all those objects. Like it's not like she was sleeping with all those other objects. She was going on dates with them. Penelope dates everything too. And watching Twisted Metal season 2 on Peacock. Nope, I didn't watch season 1 either. Anyone been watching Star Trek Strange New World season 3? Anyone? No one. I don't have any Trekkies in my chat. To my eternal disappointment. Yeah, it's one of those things. I was like, man, how can I have no Trekkies? The spot canceling. Live long and prosper. I can pretend to be whatever you need. I mean, it's not the same if you're pretending. Has emoji. I mean, makes sense that it would. Star Trek is, a very popular thing. So culturally relevant. I might watch it again one day. It is still culturally relevant. Done many times in my life, and no one was the wiser. Not for free to watch it with your mom at night. Yeah, I used to watch it with my mom. Did I watch it with your mom? Nah. Nah, I never had time to watch anything with your mom. We were too busy with the sex. It is a shame having no one to talk about the show with. The current season has so far been mostly pretty good. What did I just do? What do you mean? I didn't do anything. At least I don't think I did anything. Not the pot position right in your canter's what? Oh. That sucks. Like, could have. No. No. No, no fruit flies. Murders become so crazy you don't even recall. No, I mean, there was no fruit fly that I killed. I don't think there's a fruit fly around right now. Give me the biggest side eye. Like this. Any updates on polyeva? Looks like probably not. I look like the meme of the suspicious side-eye dog. It's a cute meme. thumbnail updated to the EU site. Still no updates on the status of the of Poilievre's by-election. Which, yeah, the polls haven't closed yet. Polls would close 8 or 9. I don't remember. But I do hate that he's probably going to win. Like, it's so stupid. The guy loses his own riding. And then instead of stepping down as leader of the Conservative Party, instead of taking some time away from politics to maybe evaluate things and all that shit, he just picks another riding, the safest Conservative seat in the in Parliament, and decides, I'm running for that now. Like, he doesn't live there. He doesn't give a shit about the people of that rally. He's using it solely so that he can stay in a free house. Like, he was born in Alberta. Fair enough, I suppose. But I mean, he's been he's had a seat for Carleton. Like, he's been an MP for Carleton since 2004. 21 years. 21 years he's lived in Ottawa. That he's represented a riding in Ottawa. Now all of a sudden he's running in fucking Alberta. He's not gonna see that he absolutely could not give less of a shit about it. He genuinely could not give less of a shit about that riding. He chose it solely because he knew he'd win it, because it was safe, and he just does not want to get out of politics. He wants to remain in Parliament, and he wants to remain leader of the opposition. He wants to hold on to his power. He wants to keep holding on to that free house that the leader of the opposition party gets. And all the perks that come along with it. A lot of benefits to being leader of the opposition here. And despite the fact that he's very well off, he is pretty rich. He can afford all that shit anyway. Got it. Ah. He's just cynical fucking douchebag. What is still wild to me? The house that the leader of the opposition gets to stay in for free, way nicer than where the actual prime minister currently lives. Like, the prime minister's official residence is literally unlivable. You're going to open a little cup. I don't have enough for it to be worthwhile. And like, there's just, it's not going to get rid of them all. Like, there's always one flying around, but I mean, it's just like, it is always just the one. Yeah, the prime minister's residence is literally unlivable. So instead, he and his family are living in a cottage on the grounds of the Governor General's mansion. Hey, Bambi. And like, that cottage doesn't even have a proper kitchen. Staff has to, like, you know, continue cooking the prime minister's family's meals at the official residence and then bring them to the cottage. Like, they don't even have like a real kitchen where they live right now. Rent free, yeah. I keep trying to get elected too, and no mortgage, hell yeah. The thing is, he does have other homes, multiple homes, I think. Yep. He owns a real estate investment company. Wife owns a rental property. So it's not like he needs to live there. Naturally red hair, and I dyed my hair blue thinking it would be the color they advertised. It's now purple brown. Oh, didn't fall. Yeah. Here's what's funniest though. So Stornoway is the name of the residence. It's reserved for the leader of the opposition party here in Canada. Pierre Poilievre, because he lost his seat, is no longer currently leader of the opposition party. You think that means he moved out? No. No, of course not. He absolutely did not move out. And yeah, that sucks, Bambi. I mean, probably. Not even. Aw. Well, that's a shame. Dull purple. Eh, purple's a nice color, though. Salon or cosmetology friends fix it. Shave it all off. Shave it all off and then let it grow out and you can start again. Or add more hair dye. Just keep adding more hair dye until you get it to a nice color. I foresee no issues with this solution. Can't possibly go wrong. Or until it all falls out. Which saves you the bother of shaving it. I think I'll leave it rest for a week and then go to a salon. Probably the way to go. Probably the best option. That is probably the smart option, yes. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get going again. See you all tomorrow. A good night.